So today's show, we're going to talk about networking. I think it's a very important part of business. My husband disagrees.
Why?
If you belong to so many groups, right? And I'm talking like 6, 7 groups. Does that make sense? And is it fair to the other people in those groups?
The reason that you join a networking party is to look for business, but it's not going to be brought to you on a bagel. You can't be obligated to tell people you're going to join this group because I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you the opportunity. I think somebody like you should be in 15 different groups.
I don't believe that.
But let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because you are an inspiration to those that maybe should learn how to strive and do the business.
We want people that are committed to their business.
Yeah.
If you're not committed to yourself, how can you be committed to anybody else?
True that.
When people say, oh, I don't have time, tell me about time.
They just join just to sacrifice and say, okay, I'm going to join, but then they never show up. Or they don't do anything about it. And this is the problems we're having in groups. You haves and you have the have-nots. But to look for a lead, nah, man. I'd rather look for a leader that'll teach me how to fish. Isn't that the story in the Bible? Teach them how to fish and they will survive forever.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders. And I am your host, Laura Sanders. Every week, we talk about something that will help you make a little money, save a little money, or maybe just help you navigate this crazy world we live in. And boy, oh boy, is it crazy. And I say that every week because it is crazy. Today, I have with me Captain Freddy and Captain Dawn, Queen Dawn.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What's today's show about? I'm excited. I heard some rumors.
Yeah. So today's show, we're going to talk about networking.
Networking.
Because I think it's a very important part of business. My husband disagrees.
Why?
So my husband feels that when you're networking, you should surround yourself with people that are like-minded. And sometimes when you get into networking, sometimes he says that you get into people that are struggling just to make 50 or 100,000 a year.
Okay. So why doesn't he like networking?
He thinks sometimes those people can't give you business.
Ah, I see. So when you network, you should only network with people that can give you business.
Not necessarily. I disagree with my husband, which that wouldn't be a first.
Okay. There's also the amplification of networking, right? Where people get to talk and share common ideas.
Sometimes just being around people, now they're more in tune when they hear, like, oh, my husband will say, I don't hear a thing, but somebody says they're selling their house, all of a sudden I hear.
Do you know we went to your networking party, and the very next day we called somebody from the networking party.
Oh yeah, what did you need?
We needed airline ticket information.
Oh, so you called Laura.
Yes. So we called Laura.
So not this Laura, but that Laura, which she does a lot of travel. So it's good to have something. Yeah. So when she came, when I originally asked her to join the group, she said, well, I don't think that, I would be able to give anybody referrals or what have you. Now, for what you guys do, for other people to maybe have their own show, it might be worth it. And that's a potential for you guys if you have other people having shows, which you have tons of shows here.
Right.
Tons of shows.
But we wanted
on the real radio, not a podcast. Correct. But you can do a podcast.
It's funny because referral business has to do a lot the way podcasting and real radio works. It's two different worlds, but people think it's the same thing.
Yeah, explain the difference between podcasts and real radio.
A podcast is you expressing your ideas on a network or a website where people have to locate you. So you better be good, or you better have a team of people or a lot of followers that are going to share your message on the scale. When you're on real radio, so you're driving along and you put on 96.9 and there it is. And because you're on real radio, people have a tendency, and this may be good for your husband, to want to do business because it seems like you put more effort into the game of people hearing what you have to say.
Okay. So that's the other thing though. So networking, right? If you belong to so many groups, right? And I'm talking like 6, 7 groups. Does that make sense? And is it fair to the other people in those groups?
Well, again, we called the lady. We asked her for airline information because we wanted to take the crew to New York City to do a shoot.
Okay.
It was going to be a 24 turnaround, a 48-hour turnaround. And I asked her for 13 airline tickets.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what she told me. She said, oh my gosh. She says, this might be a little bit bigger than what I am accustomed to doing. Now, the thing I liked about her was her honesty. She says, I could give you somebody to call that handles that kind of volume.
Okay.
But the idea of doing it involves bringing in another set of people that are going to pay for the trip and why. So here you have a networking concept. I call a networker, and now I got 3 or 4 outside people who, by the way, are probably going to come with me to your networking party because we're just throwing business around to do this one concept, and it's simply doing a radio show from New York City.
Oh, when are you doing that?
Sometime next year.
Oh, okay.
But this is what
Next year, like in a week from now.
in a week from now, right?
Okay.
Sometime in the next month. But the object is the networking party is the reason why we thought of doing it. And we saw that the elements of the people to help us put it together were at your place.
And by the way, just so everyone knows, the people that we had there was like so minimal. We still need an electrician. We still need a plumber. We still need, like, we didn't even have an AC person, but we did have somebody who did say that they wanted to join as the AC person. Like, we still have people that we need. And we had 17 people there that day. Now, I know that you had brought in some people, but I feel like we could really grow that group to something special.
Exactly.
There's so many different kinds of lawyers, and there's just so many. And I honestly like feel like I want to create a family sense. It's not just networking. I want it to be that when we hear somebody that wants to go on a cruise, we think of Laura, not this Laura, that Laura.
Right.
And if somebody says they want to sell a house, I want them to think Laura Sanders. If somebody says that, you know, hey, I really want to get you have a no-kill, right, show that you do
It
here.
sells, yeah.
You have all-county healthcare here,
Yes.
show. You might be able to connect people together.
Yes.
I mean, listen, some of these shows are more personalized and for fun or whatever, but let's just say, like for me, I personally love psychics. Like, I think that's great. Maybe there's some people think it's, what do you call it? Like, they don't like it. They think it's,
Voodoo.
It's like voodoo. But some people might be like, you know what? I really want to see what 2026 has in store for me. So I just wonder though, like, I don't think it's fair that if you're in 6 or 7 or 8 groups, how can you give business to everyone? Because how many mortgage brokers, how many realtors, you know, are you going to give them like 8 plumbers? Like, how?
Well, the reason that you join a networking party is to look for business, but it's not going to be brought to you on a bagel.
No.
You know, it's having conversations. I mean, we went down there to be supportive. We loved the people that were there. It was the concept of seeing this lady, Laura, and then some of the kids that came in here, the concept of taking our show called the Brooklyn Cafe to New York City, which is a natural, right? Mm-hmm. That concept made me think about different people that have businesses associated with us. And we put 1 and 1 together and we got 3, which makes a whole lot of sense. You can't be obligated to tell people you're going to join this group because I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you the opportunity.
Right.
Opportunity comes in whatever desirability you have. If the people in that group want to be friends, that's fine. But it's still business. Okay, when they're going to deal with you, you know, the biggest investment you have in your life is buying a house. So shouldn't you trust somebody
No, it's buying
with that?
children.
No, it's putting children in it. But shouldn't you have somebody that you trust with that kind of commitment?
Yeah, and I feel like I have a lot of experience. So funny, right? Recently, somebody showed me something where somebody else that was in a group that I was in that I am no longer in wrote that they would not use any other person for a specific trade. But yet they're in another group that I no longer in who has that trade, and now told this person, oh, I'll never refer them.
You said that out loud?
Oh, I didn't say it.
Or
Somebody
somebody else
wrote
said?
it to somebody else. I'm not going to be
Oh, they
specific.
said that?
Yes.
Oh.
I was asked because I gave lots of referrals. When they did the tracking, I was the second most giving person in this group. But because I didn't give the mortgage broker
A referral.
a referral, However, I was only in the group for 7 months, and I asked multiple times, please give me information on some Indian reservation program he had. I asked him, hey, let me connect you. What?
We were there. We were there for that meeting. I remember that meeting.
Yeah, and it's like, never got it.
Said,
and you heard me say.
Yes, I remember.
Give me the paperwork on it.
I remember exactly.
Never got it.
Happened.
Then I group text him with one of the agents that works with me. Never followed up. So I'm like, okay, well, like, am I supposed to keep reaching out? So because I am a top agent, I sell over 100 homes a year. Like, people feel that I'm obligated to give them something.
Why?
And I've always told mortgage people, you need to give me a deal and let me see how you do, because I'm not going to mess up selling them a house. But you are in the business. How many deals, like, just anything can happen. And
it happens every day.
Underwriting's getting really bad right now, too.
But nobody should obligate anybody to have to do anything.
They said I was a bully and I can make anybody do anything I wanted.
Well, I don't think you need to be a bully to do things for people. It's a business decision. Sometimes when you're good at what you do, and I see you on social media, I hear you on radio, I see how you interact with the people that come in and are part of your show. And everybody loves being a part of your show. They even fight because you only take one. And sometimes they say, well, they try to move people out of the way so they can take that spot. I've seen it. But you have to make a deal. Deals have to be made. If deals aren't made, I can't expect you to be in my group, and if you don't give me a lead or a recommendation, I'm going to throw you out. That makes no sense.
It was the most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I have to tell you, I'm not in high school and I'm not a child, nor will I be around children that act like people, grown people that act like children. So it's like, how many groups are people going to be in?
What's your recommendation?
My recommendation is 2 or 3 groups I think is more than enough. BNI doesn't allow you to be in any, but yet a lot of these people are in BNI and they're not following the rules. And BNI is very strict. I mean, and very expensive.
So if you go to BNI, you're not allowed to be in any other group?
Nope, you're supposed to, because they want your sole focus on that person. Like whoever it is, like, so there was a guy once that I knew from way back when I worked in the restaurant business when I was getting my master's degree. And he reached out to me on Facebook and sent me a message and said, hey, can I connect you with my roofer? Hey, can I connect? Like, he was like, it's like a job. Like, he's going after it. And I mean, listen, I mean, that's what you do want, is to be able to make connections. I mean, I'm constantly connecting Brandon to people. But the thing is sometimes people just don't appreciate connecting them. And I go out of my way to connect.
Which, again, but that doesn't, yeah, you do go out of your way, but that doesn't, it shouldn't be necessity as to being part of the group. I don't agree with BNI saying you can't join other groups. I mean, I've been in this business over 20 years, and I've dealt from everything from ketchup to mustard and everything else. I do a deal every single day. I look for a deal every single day. But it doesn't mean that it's all me. If there's a deal in this direction, I'm going to go in this direction. If there's a deal in the plumber, right now, Dawn's mom needed a plumber. And you should have seen the outrageous deal. The first plumber came along, and I told her, absolutely not. And we got somebody that I wish would join the group. I'm going to talk to her to bring him in because he's a great plumber. He's worked here.
Oh, wow.
And he's very reasonable. And but I don't know if he's going to be able to contribute giving leads. He can give names.
Listen, how many times does a plumber go into a house and maybe they need to sell the house?
Lots
you
of
don't
times.
know.
Lots of times.
Yeah. People,
of times.
you know what? I think that, have you ever like gotten a red car?
Yeah.
And now you're seeing red cars everywhere?
Yes, that happened to me.
Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. So we're going to go to commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about networking. Is it worth it or is it not worth it?
At JK Closing Attorneys, we do all of the same things that a title company does, but with the benefits of being a law office. We can help with residential real estate, short sales, commercial real estate, refinances, 1031 exchanges, and FIRPTA withholding.
Contact JK Closing Attorneys today at 954-332-3111. Again, that is 954-332-3111. 3111.
Priority One Credit Union of Florida is a welcoming credit union that makes your financial success our number one priority. We offer lower loan rates, higher deposit rates, and common sense local loan approvals, with nationwide access through shared branching.
Hi, I'm Dina Hennessy, President and CEO at Priority One Credit Union. We are open to the community. Anyone can be a member of our credit union, and we would love to have you.
Contact us today at 954-335-5100. You can also reach us at PriorityOneFL.org. Your financial success is our priority. That's 954-335-5100.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. So we're talking about networking. I'm in the business to sell homes. I'm in the business to connect with other people because, let's face it, I'm not a secret agent.
Nope.
I'm here to let you know what I do.
Yep.
And if I have to get other people out there to put the word out on the street, that's what I'm going to do. But I don't believe you should be in 8 or 9 or 10 or 15 groups. It's not fair to the other people in your group. I just don't think it's fair.
But the thing is, when Laura is in 8, 10, or 15 groups, you're going to know it. I got to tell you, I seen Laura do some clips on when you're selling this and you're selling this and you're selling this. And I've seen you do this. And she goes with her camera and she goes around and she shows the house or this, the pool, and you would think such a short clip, maybe 2 minutes long, 2 minutes and 30 seconds long was your last one. You look at the numbers, and the numbers are outrageous of people viewing this stuff. Now, I'm not saying that that's what you have to do to be successful in the business.
No, but can you go to my YouTube and please join it and watch my YouTube page?
Well, the YouTube is harder. People now are getting more sensitive to YouTube. It's a different trick form to doing it. But how many people actually do what you do? And what are you, number one in?
I'm in the top 3 in the United States.
Okay.
I mean in Florida. And then last year I was 11 in the United States. I know I just got top in November, when they're doing each month. But
this
has been a hard year.
But this is the compliment. If it's been a hard year for the number 11 in the country, what are you going to tell somebody who's the number 600 in the country? And what do you think the aspiration is
Burger
going
King's
to be?
hiring?
Well, the bottom line here is that just the opposite. I think somebody like you should be in 15 different groups.
I don't believe that.
But let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because you are an inspiration to those that maybe should learn how to strive and do the business. You see, I'm in the business, unfortunately, of teaching people about themselves. Not about success, about themselves. And when you teach somebody about themselves and the truth comes to the forefront, they're the ones that are going to say, oh, I need a lead. No, you don't need a lead. You need to be a leader. There's a big difference between being a leader and getting a lead. And
Sure.
you proved that. So that's where the concept of bully comes from. It ain't bully. Intimidation I'll give you.
I just have never been so, I have to say, it definitely created a lot of stress.
For yourself?
Yeah, it
Why?
definitely hurt me because I was leading on the board every month or every week that we met as the second most giving in referrals, right? Now, here's the thing. I'm a listing agent. I do buyers, but I do more listings than I do buyers. And sometimes buyers come with their own lenders and it's hard for me to refer that out. And then, a week before I took the insurance guy out to lunch and I paid. And then, I'm trying to get to know people.
Yeah, Laura,
because there's one thing you have to know about networking. You have to know, and trust the person that you're referring to.
Absolutely. You got to know what you're dealing with. You gave me a piece of advice on a piece of property that I was selling. It wasn't my name of property, somebody that I live with. And you gave me a piece of advice, and I listened. And I changed the way the house was being sold for 6 months. And I missed the golden opportunity of doubling up my money. And I'll never forget the day we're standing here in the studio, sitting in the corner, and you gave me some advice about who I was working with, and I changed that person. And I went in a different direction, and I sold the house based on the value of the land, and it sold in 3 weeks. So sometimes the gift of giving a lead will come with advice. It will come with listening, with an aspect of something that you do that makes you so successful. And if you don't think that 15 groups of people who aren't ranked number 11 in the country will welcome that, then you got to be more selective of the groups you pick. And that's the bottom line. That's the
true.
bottom, because a little bit of lore goes a long way.
Well, if you're thinking about networking, we are looking for all different types. No realtors, because I'm the realtor.
No
We
problem.
take one person for each trade, and we're looking for all different. Like if you're an insurance salesperson, we want you. Are you a plumber? We want you. If you're an AC person, we want you. Like we're looking, and we're ready to network, and we're ready to create a family, and no nastiness, no. Listen, if you're not participating, that's a whole nother story. But we're not talking about participating on one person.
Correct.
Like it's not the Laura Sanders show. It's not the plumber show. It's not the electrician show. It's our show. It's our networking group. It's our trying to do business together. And I'm I don't know if I've even ever said this, but I'm a licensed mental health counselor. I'm licensed psychotherapist, and I don't believe in being mean and nasty to people.
And you aren't.
No, I try not to be. I'm not mean or nasty to somebody until they talk to me nasty. Then I'm like, okay, if this is the way we're going to turn this, right? We can.
We've gone to some of Laura's parties. How many show up? Sometimes you throw a party because you've been a little mean or not happy with people. They don't show up. How many? You can't even find parking to her parties, right?
I still get upset when they don't show up, though.
But very few. What I would like to do is, the thing with the menorah that we talked about, and you put it on the bottom and turn it over at the end of the year. Yes, I'm going to bet you that this networking party that she's doing is going to be one of the most successful networking parties in South Florida, if not more.
It takes time. I did it when the kids were little, and it was a lot of work. And it was okay. It wasn't bad.
Makes it a little work for you.
So the thing is that people don't just come to you and say, "Oh yeah, I want to join," right? You have to interview people. You have to say, is this person a good fit for our group?
But there is the change. Are you a good fit? It's not just taking
Anybody
randomly.
Yeah, I mean, some people might not be a good fit.
I think that groups need to learn more.
Oh, we need somebody that does like social media too.
Oh, we got you.
Okay.
That we can do.
Computers? Fixing computers?
Yes, we do. We got an IT person. You have an IT person.
No, we didn't.
No? Okay, plumber. I think we should give a call to our friend, Mr. Plumber. Handyman, things of that nature. Anything that generates interest. And
we want people that are committed to their business.
Yeah.
If you're not committed to yourself, how can you be committed to anybody else?
True that.
When people say, "Oh, I don't have time," tell me about time.
They just join just to sacrifice and say, "Okay, I'm going to join," but then they never show up. Or they don't do anything about it. And this is the problems we're having groups. You haves and you have the have-nots. But to look for a lead, nah, man. I'd rather look for a leader that'll teach me how to fish. Isn't that the story in the Bible? Teach them how to fish and they will survive forever.
I just can't touch the worms to put that.
When is your group get together?
It's going to be on the 2nd and 4th Thursday of every month. It's going to be a quarterly commitment. You get your lunch, a drink that includes tax and tip. And if there's any monies left over, we're going to use it to do a quarterly happy hour.
Is it going to be at the same place, or are we going to be moving around?
I think the happy hour, we could probably move it around.
And the one that we went to was the lunch, or was
That was the lunch.
That was the lunch. Mm-hmm. Nice place too.
Yeah.
And the people are very friendly. They were warm. They looked like they wanted to be there, which is
The energy was good. Yeah.
It's,
Nice group of people.
Yeah. So I think the energy was good. So I'm excited.
I think so too. I think you should be.
Yeah.
Or it's going to turn something else to gold.
I don't know about
Get in
that.
touch with you to do that.
So if you're thinking about joining a networking group, this one is in the Broward area. So if you're okay with going to Broward, you can give me a call at 954-650-0827. Again, give me a call at 954-650-0827. Laura Sanders, I am your realtor for life. I always say your favorite realtor with a heart. Give me a call.
Good stuff.
She's the best at what she does.
She is. And it's unfortunate sometimes that people just,
Some people are mean.
they-
I didn't think that in adulthood you would meet mean people.
it happens. It happens in every business.
Even like people are catty. Like, I don't get that.
It happens. But you know something, that means you're doing something right, Laura. So all it means is, and you just got to keep doing it. Just got to keep doing it. On them, it's not on you.
Well, I think positivity for all. And in 2026, I say, smile.